Hey everybody, it's Tanya at Hummingbird Paintery, and today I'm going to paint a painting for you. We're going to use some shells that a friend of mine gifted to me. Ann Chambers gifted the shells to me, and so we're going to make a nice little painting. Hey Miss Jenny, how are you doing? Thank you for coming on. I appreciate that. And we'll wait just a second to make sure that people get on. Normally I come on a few minutes before to let everybody get notification, but sometimes it does not notify right away. All right, hey Miss Brittany, thank you for coming on. Hey Miss Phyllis, thank you for coming on. I'm gonna put this down just a little bit more so everybody can see what I'm painting. I had already shown one, and I want to make another one because I want to give it to Ann. Hey Miss Martha, thank you for coming on. Hopefully everybody had a good day today. Hey Miss Robin, thank you for coming on. I'm just gonna move these little shells over. I've got them all ready for me. Hey Tommy Sue, thank you for coming on. Hey Miss Deborah. You can put your link on there, Miss Deborah, so everybody can follow you. If you do come on late, hey Miss Alice, then please hashtag replay so I can thank you for coming on. Hey Miss Robin, thank you for painting the page. Miss Tina, thank you for coming on. So I just picked a 10 by 10 square. Ooh, 3 inches of snow. Good grief, I don't want any snow. I did have a good day. Thank you so much. Hey Miss Elaine, how are you doing? So I picked a couple of blues here. I've got this Cloudless Blue by Apple Barrel, and I also have Anita's acrylic paint, and this is Hawaii. I'm going to use both of those. It's going to be a little bit different. Hey Miss Pat and Miss Diana, thank you so much for coming as usual. Thank you so much. This is a 10 by 10 frame. This is just from Michael's, actually. Hey, Miss Linda. Thank you for coming on. Snowing in Kansas. Lord, y'all keep it there, okay? Because I don't want any. Thank you for giving me the stars, Miss Jenny. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. Hey, Linda. Thank you for coming on. So we're going to paint our little shell painting. I'm just going to paint the background of blue so it looks like that it is in the sky where the butterflies are at. And I just want to make sure that I don't have very much water on my brush. Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Elaine. I appreciate that. So I'm going to get one of my paper plates. That's what I always use for my paint. And we're just going to put some of the blue, the light blue, which is the Cloudless, on here. And then I'm going to put a little bit of the other blue as well, which is the Hawaii from Anita's. Everybody's always saying hello to everybody. That's so sweet. All right, so what I do, I'm just going to take this and we're going to do the lighter color first. And we're just going to take a little bit of water and we're going to just put this on here. Just go all the way across it. And the reason why I use the water is because it thins the paint out and it just goes a little bit further. It's been a while since you've been on. You went back to work, Miss Deborah? Were you off a little bit for vacation or sick? Miss Peggy's on here too. And then I'm going to also take a little bit of white, if I can find my white on here, because you want a little bit of white in the sky as well as the two blues. We're going to do this first. Let me get this little piece of fuzz here. I got off in time to be able to come on at 6, but just barely. We got out of there at 5:30, and then the traffic was kind of bad. And you're going to use hot glue and you're going to use some super glue gel like I told y'all to get at Dollar Tree. You want that on there just so it doesn't come off, and the hot glue is just to keep it on for right now. All right, so we want to make this just a little bit darker in some areas and a little bit lighter in other areas. So you want to just make it kind of look like the sky. And you can use whatever blues that you want. I just happen to like these two colors. So I'm just taking them and we're just going to go back and forth on this. There isn't any skill to this at all, so everybody can do it. You got that glue? It's some good glue. I'm glad that Lee at the Turquoise Valentine told me about it. And then we're going to take some of this white and we're just going to mix it through here. I'm going to put a little bit more. There we go. We don't want too much of the dark blue. And then I might need a little bit more than that. Yeah, everybody, y'all need to follow Deborah Castile. I can't remember your page. I should be ashamed of myself, Miss Deborah. So make sure that you put your link in there so you can follow Miss Deborah. I'm going to be doing an event with Deborah in May, and I'll post that. What kind of glue? It's super glue gel, and this is from Dollar Tree. You get like 4 of these in the package for the $1.25, Miss Martha. It's really, really good too. And these are easy to work with, especially when you're working with these little shells. It's very easy to get it on the back of there, so that's a good tip. All right, so I'm gonna make this a little bit more. We're just making sort of a cloud right here, and I just kind of do it like this. And then just kind of soften the edges a little bit. That way there's more white in that one area. And then we'll do one over here to the side a little bit. That's how I do my clouds. I'm sure there's different ways, but that's the way I kind of do it. And then if you want, you can just put a little bit of the darker, but I don't want a whole lot. And then we're just going to take it and kind of go a little bit right around here like this to kind of make it look like a cloud right around there. But it'll show more of the white, just kind of like this, okay? It's kind of hard to tell, but you can tell there's a cloud here and over here. Hey, Miss Dreama, thank you for coming on. So I'm going to get a little bit more over here, and we're just going to take it and kind of go around this a little bit just so it looks like the cloud. You can kind of put a little bit in between. So we're just going to do it like that. That way you can see more of the white, just like that. Glue, get glue from the Dollar Tree. Yes, Miss Pat. She is exactly right. And I have tried to look that up. I've tried to look at Walmart to see if they have that, and I've not seen that. But I haven't looked in the hardware section. I don't know if that would be in there or the craft section. Because this actually is in the Dollar Tree in the section where it has all the automotive stuff. You're shaking your head, yes. Good. Well, hopefully you can see. So I'm going to dry this, okay? And we'll see what it looks like after it dries. Looks like the sky, all right? Good. That's what it's supposed to look like. So let's just see. I'm going to lean this up because y'all know my cord won't go any further. I'm going to have to get a different cord. Yes, in the auto section. It sure is. Which you would think they would put it in the craft section, but I guess you don't necessarily use glue gel in the crafts. Definitely do get that glue because it's good. All right, it's pretty dry. And we're going to do the sides. Let me put that back on my hook. We're going to take the light blue and we're just going to go on the sides here. This looks a lot better once it's dry. See there? That's going to be our background. Stick fast is a super, yeah, it is. Has precision nozzle. You're exactly right. You're a commercial, Miss Elaine. All right. Yep, it sure does. You'll post a photo. Thank you, Miss Elaine. I appreciate that. All right, so we're just going to take this and I'm just going to do the sides because if we have this leaning up against something, we don't want the sides to be white. We want it to be blue. Yeah, it's not in the glue section. It's in with all of that where the, what do you call that kind of automotive stuff anyway. It's over there with the tape and all that, but the tape that's for, hey Miss Paula, the big tape, duct tape. There's some duct tape in that area. All right, so I'm going to try to dry the sides once I get this last one. Let me see if I've got them all. I did get them all already. So we're just going to dry these because I don't want to get it on my uniform. And if you get it a little bit on here, it doesn't matter. Just kind of make it go down the side because it's kind of hard not to get it to go exactly on there. So I just use my finger and go up through there. Thank you, Miss Deborah. Thank you, everybody. Hey there, Miss Carolyn. Thank you for coming on. All right. Barb has a new texting service again. Yeah, I saw that. I got my text. I'm going to eat a jelly bean. I grabbed some before I came in here. All right, so everything is dry, and you want it to be dry because we're going to be writing words on here. Thank you for sending the stars, Miss Elaine. You're so sweet. So, I started down here at the bottom with the largest one that I had. I did go through all of the shells that she had given me, which she gave me a lot of different ones, but the ones that look like they're a half a shell, it looked like a wing to me. Hey, Brittany. And so I got the ones that looked alike, but I tell you what's really difficult is finding a right and a left side. Okay, I had a lot of one side, but I didn't have anything to go with it. So when you're putting them together, this looks like a butterfly. You can do it just like this. You don't have to do the ones at the bottom. I'm just going to set it on here right now, and we're going to decide which way we want to do it. If we want to do it all the way across, or we want to do it this way like I did the other one. Okay, so I had a couple of shells that were smaller, and I thought it would be interesting to do those for the bottom. And we're just going to kind of do it like this. This is going to go out. And then this is going to kind of go like that. So this is what you're going to have. You're going to have a whole butterfly like it's closer to you. And as it gets further away, then you're only going to have the top wings because it looks like the whole butterfly when it does that. Okay? Thank you for sending the stars, Miss Paula. You're so sweet. All right, so I'm going to take the next size up. These are difficult to find. Like I said, I had to go through a whole lot of them. These are a little bit different. These are like this. And so I chose to put some of those on the side. Now this one's a little bit is smaller, but it's just like the other one with the little ridges. So I decided to do a couple of them with these. And this sort of matched this. This is another one of those that's difficult to get a right and a left side, even the small ones. Now some of them come together, so let me just see what we're going to do. I'm going to kind of do it like that. So this is the way it's going to look right now. Okay, just those two. Hola, hola, Manny. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? I'm doing the shells tonight, too. That's funny. Manny did shells yesterday. And I watched his. Now he's here for me. So, I'm going to put these together. But like I said, some of these are already together when you see them on the beach. And so, this is a left and a right side. So I'm just going to have to see how they go. I'm going to kind of do them this way. And there's 3 of them like this, okay? And then we're going to just do the 2 from there on. So I'm going to just put them on here and then we'll kind of figure out. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. Now these are mostly the same size, but one of them slightly smaller. But that's okay. And then once I get up here, these are further away, so you want them to be smaller as you go. So see, this one right here is already attached to be just like a butterfly. That came on the beach like that. I can't believe that they're still attached, to be honest. And then I've got one a little bit smaller. So we're going to put that right here. And then this is what it's going to look like. And you can do it like this, or we can go a little bit to the left and then to the right, or whichever way. Okay, so it's going to look like this, and I'll show it to you once we get it all glued down because I don't want it to slide down the canvas. So I'm going to do, I think I'm going to make this one go a little bit out, and then we're going to go a little bit in right here. And then we're going to go a little bit out. And then we're going to go in and kind of up. Just like that, okay? Let me show you again. This is the way I want it to look, okay? Yes, graduate from big to small. That's exactly what I wanted it to be because they're getting further away, or they appear that way. So what I'm going to do first is get my little glue gel out and make sure that you don't pull this completely off. You want to keep this part and take the green lid off, okay? Thank you so much. Ooh, Lord, look at that. Normally it doesn't come out like that. We got to be careful. I don't want to get glue on my finger. It's trying to do it on its own. So what we're going to do is take a little bit. There's not a whole lot of room. I want to put it on the top and the bottom, and then we're going to take a little bit of hot glue and we're going to put some right here at the end and some right here. We got to be real careful to try not to get burnt. And then I'm going to put a piece there and just hold it for a second so the hot glue will adhere to it. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. You see there's more of an edge toward the corner right there and then over here, but you've got to get it right to the edge. So be very careful, okay? If you need to use tweezers or a pointy pliers, do that, okay? But do the glue first because the hot glue will dry really fast. So I put 2 little dots of that, and then I put 2 little dots of the glue gun, the glue machine, whatever you want to call it, the glue tool, and then just be really careful not to touch. And you just want to hold it for a second so it will adhere. Thank you all for the hearts. I appreciate that. And then I keep hitting that because I'm so used to doing the glue gun. But see, this one's a little bit bigger right there at the corner. So I want to use part of it for this and one right down here at the end. And you want to do it as close to the edge as you can because this is going to sit on there right. And the other side does fairly well. And I want to just butt it up against this. And then I keep doing that. And then you're gonna take your little piece right here and then take this and make sure that you put a little bit of the glue just so it'll hold. Be careful not to get your hand on that glue, either one of them. You don't want to get burnt, but you also don't want to get this on your fingers. It's really tough to get off. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing with the next one. And I'm just going to keep going here with one little dot of each. And I didn't have enough but for 2 of these. So the more that you find when you go to the beach, if you've got something in mind, then make sure that you get enough. Hey, Miss Lori, how are you doing? Ah, it's got my finger, look. Oh! Let's see. And you know, if you mix both of these, where did you get your idea from? I don't know. I looked on Pinterest, and I don't know if they had this particular one, but I had the shells, and so I decided to do this from something that I saw at Pinterest, because they have different ones, but I don't know if they use this particular shell or not. I love Pinterest too. It has so many ideas and you can just take it from there. I agree. But what I was saying about mixing the 2 glues, it will burn your eyes. So be very careful. Because it will. Glad to see you too, Miss Lori. Thank you for coming on. We're just gluing our little butterflies on here. I got 2 different kind of shells. I get a lot of ideas from Pinterest, and I may change them up a little bit. Miss Peggy, how are you doing? Thank you for the hearts. And thanks for everybody who gave the stars. That's very sweet. They're hard to deal with. You got to be really careful. Like that got on there, so we want to wipe it off a little bit. Hey, Miss Vera. Thank you for coming on. This glue will definitely get you. And I've noticed that all of these are different. Some of them come out quicker, some of them don't hardly come out at all. So you may have to rub some of this glue off of here. that you accidentally get, and I've got glue strings and everything else on here. But I try to just get at least 2 dots of each glue, and it pretty much sticks. And you can always touch up any areas if you need to with the paint. We're almost done. I know it takes a couple days to get this off. Thank you for sprinkling to your group. Everybody needs to watch Deborah's group. I should be ashamed for not remembering. I'll be posting it later. We got this other one. At least we're almost finished. And then this one is attached. I'll put the little bit in the middle. And this one's a little bit broken. Right there. And then we've got these 2 little bitty ones. Deborah Castile, Miss Vera. She is in another group. I told her to post her link here so y'all can follow her. I just met Deborah, and I'm going to be doing an event with her in May. It's going to be about bees. We know we love bees. There's Miss Deborah saying who Deborah is. This one's so tiny. Be very careful. I'm going to try to put a blob of it right there. All right. Okay. So this is what it looks like right here with the butterflies. Okay. So I wanted this saying, and I just happen to have more than one person to be able to give it to say, life doesn't get any easier, your wings just get stronger. And that's what I want to write on here. Hey Christine, thank you for coming on here. Yeah, Deborah, put your Facebook page on there. I know I told you to put the link, but put the name of it so they can follow it. Thank you, Miss Deborah. All right, so what I want to do, let me find my pen. I use the Sharpie, okay? And this one is not a very good Sharpie. I really should be going over there finding my other Sharpie. I don't know what I've done with it. I'm not better prepared. Let me see if I can find one in here. Got all my glues in there. Not all my stuff. Well, we'll just work with this. This is what I used. Okay, and I've also got a little bitty Sharpie that's pointed. But you want like a fairly new Sharpie. I'm going to put it with this in the background so you can see what I'm talking about. See how this one's worn a little bit and it's not as pointy as the other one? I love this saying too. And it's just really good when somebody goes through a tough time. You want to give them something, then you can put this saying on there because they just know, you know. Sick of dealing with pneumonia. I'm sorry, Miss Peggy. I didn't know you were sick with pneumonia. We've got a lot of nice people here, Miss Deborah. So hopefully they will follow you as well. So what we're going to do, all I did not put any lines on it or anything. I'm trying to get some of this glue off my fingers. It's terrible when you can't feel the end of it with the glue on there. So all I did was just kind of eyeball this. I did not put lines on there. You can do that if you want to with a pencil and just lightly put it on there so everything's straight. I don't know how I got it so straight the last time. If you don't do it straight and you don't like it, then you can go ahead and take that and just paint right over it and then do it again, okay? And you can always put your lines, or you can do your lines first, okay? So I'm just going to start, and we're just going to do an L. We're going to do life, okay? So I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to do an L. Okay, so that's the first thing that I've done is the L. Let me turn it around so y'all can see the writing, okay? Let me see if I can remember. Okay, it's hard for me because it's backwards for me. Let me make sure I can see your comments. Hey, Jenny, thank you for coming on. So right now is the L, okay? And then we're just going to take the I and go down just like this, okay? And then I like to do my F's just kind of like this. And if you mess up, you can just go over it again, okay? And then you want to do an E, okay? And the L kind of attaches. That way it's the whole word of life, okay? What was the name of the other lady last week? She was the first time watcher, and she said she also had a page. I'm not sure. Which video was that? I'm not even sure, Miss Vera. Oh, goodness. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. I'm not even sure what day that was. And you can kind of do that with the F if you want to. You don't have to. Okay. And then I'm going to do doesn't up here, okay? So I'm going to do a D. And this is my D, okay? Whoops. See, it's hard for me to do. So we're going to write doesn't, but I'm going to try to do it as small as I can. Yeah, I don't remember, Miss Vera. If I figure it out, then I'll let you know. Okay, D-O. And then go to the E. And then the S. And then the N and the T. Okay, we're just connecting them all, and I like my T to be like this. Life doesn't so far. Yeah, Creative Circles is Miss Deborah, right? You'd love to stencil. No one would be able to read your writing. All right. Well, you can stencil it if you want to. That's perfectly fine if you don't know how to letter at all. I know this particular font. I don't know the name of it, but I do like it. I had to do a calligraphy bunch of wedding invitations, and this is what they chose. So I did it with this, but of course those I had to put lines on and everything. So I did do a bunch of them. I did like 50 something. So you're going to go to the next word, which is get. And then I attach all the words, okay? Doesn't get any easier with this font, it's very easy to just connect your words together. Hey, Wendy, I'm glad you got home safely. Thank you, Miss Pat. Did you make an egg ornament? Yes, ma'am, I did, Miss Lori. I sent it the other day. It is in transit. I don't know if she's gotten it yet or not, but I did make an egg. And then I'm just gonna put a little comma. And then we're gonna write your, Y-O-U-R. Okay, your, and then wings. Hey, Miss Vicky, thank you for coming on. I know, I barely made it in time. I got here like 2 minutes till, Wendy. The traffic was horrendous. You can't wait to see it. My egg is actually an old egg that I've had for a long time. Hopefully she'll say that on there. I did put it on the little tag from when I did it in nursing school, y'all. Your wings, okay. So we're gonna do this. Just I have to say it out loud sometimes. Get stronger. Okay. Life doesn't get any easier. Your wings just get stronger. Thank you, Miss Diana. It is a regular Sharpie marker. Hey, Miss Liz, thank you for coming on. This one is not a very good one, okay? Once they start getting flatter on the end, they don't do as well. So make sure you get a brand new Sharpie to do the lettering. And I just attach all the words together, or all the letters together to make the word. Here, let me get it closer. It's just hard for me to figure out which way to go. You can't believe that you're handwriting that. How pretty. Thank you. I thought it was painting, and I would... You can use a stencil, Miss Vicky, that's for sure. Thank you so much, Miss Deborah. But I want to give this to Ann. She's been through a whole lot. She lost her husband a year or two ago, and she's been going through a lot of tough times. And so I wanted to gift this to her, and she did give me the shells. So I definitely want to do that. I give a lot of gifts away. People are so gracious to give me things, and I want to use them and give it to them. Hey, Miss Sherry, thank you for coming on. Thank you, Miss Christy. So this is what it looks like. I'm having a hard time showing it straight. But this is a simple one to do. If you do go to the beach, get you some shells. Just kind of look for these things. And you like to give stuff too, Miss Deborah. I definitely do. I'm a giver. I do that at work. I do it to my friends, to everybody. You know, I give some gifts for birthdays occasionally. It just depends. And then you can sign your name, you know, if you want to do that. Half the time I forget to sign my name. I'm terrible at doing that. I don't know why, but I just am. But the shells are on there really good. You don't have to worry about it falling. Congratulations, Ann. It's very pretty. You are in my prayers. Miss Ann, I'm sorry if you're having a problem. Hey, Miss Lynn, thank you for coming on. You're in my prayers too. Thank you for everybody that gave me stars. I appreciate this. So this is a good gift to give anyone going through a hard time. I do give baskets sometime as well that have like a one whole color, like everything in the basket is pink. And just have a little saying on there. Or a blue, don't be so blue, and then I'll put this inside the basket, that kind of thing. Because it really brightens somebody's day to do something sweet for them, especially if they're going through a terrible time. I'm glad. Thank you so much, Miss Vicky. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you for all the hearts and the stars and everything. Y'all are great. Hey, Donna Richardson. Thank you for coming on. We just finished up this. I was writing the words on here. Hey, Vanetta. So you'll have to go back and watch the replay if you want to see it. The writing is very easy. I know it's not for everybody, but you can get books that show you how to do things. I'm trying to learn different ones so I can do more than just this particular one, but I do like this one a whole lot. This one right here. So on Friday, it's okay, Miss Vanetta. You can always watch the replay. But this is the finished product that I'm going to give for a gift. And on Friday, we're going to make a bunny rabbit. And I'm going to put it on a canvas as well. So you'll need one of those little, let me show you. One of these little pads. This is from the Dollar Tree. So get you one of these. I cut it kind of in a half or maybe even a third. And then I put it in gray paint because it needed to dry, so I couldn't do it tonight. I was going to do this tonight, but I thought Friday would be better. And it's dry by now, but I did take it and I did about this much of it because we're going to do a bunny butt. And then I also put some, what do you call that? Felt. The felt, I did that. And I put it in the same gray just so it would be kind of the same gray for the feet. And then we'll put a little bunny pom-pom on here so it'll look like a booty. I don't know if anybody calls it a booty anymore, but anyway. But that's what we're going to do on Friday. And we'll paint a little bit in the background. We're going to put the bunny on the front, but it'll be 3D bunny rear end, bunny booty, and put a carrot on there. So we're going to do it. Yes. All you'll need is just really half of it, Miss Vicky, but you can do, a whole one and just cut it. And then I'll leave it for the rest of it. Sometimes you can take coffee and stain it too if you want your bunny to be brown, or you can keep it white just like this. But I felt like it needed some color because you're going to put a white pom-pom on the back of it so it'll look like a tail. Because you want to have a little bit of definition. My throat, goodness. Maybe I need a drink. But that's what we're going to do for Friday. We're going to paint a little bit, but we're going to put that bunny rabbit booty on the front of that. So it'll look really cute. I'm going to do a little bit different than everybody else because some people are doing a little bit different. But I wanted to do a rear end, of the bunny rabbit because it's too cute. But you're going to need a sheet of felt too. It's from the Fuzz. You might be right now that you said that. Good gracious. I don't know what it is. Thank you for sending the stars, Miss Vicky. You're so sweet. Y'all are so sweet to me. Feel free to share your live for Friday in the group. Okay, I will. I definitely will put a picture on there of what you're going to need, and I'll tell everybody. That sounds awesome. Good. I knew that's what you meant, even though it doesn't say awesome, Miss Pat. I know that's what you mean. So it's going to be really cute. So, and then Sunday, we're going to use clay. Okay, that air dry clay. And I shaped it into a bunny rabbit. And I'll show you what we're going to do with that. We're just going to have a little display in a pot. But it'll look cute. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do for Sunday besides using the clay bunny rabbit. Darn big fingers. That's okay, Miss Pat. I do the same thing. It's always like that. So I appreciate everybody for coming on tonight. I don't want to keep y'all forever, but I love talking to y'all. And wanted to tell you what we had coming up. And of course in May, we're going to be doing that. Hey Jason, how are you doing? We made this today. What size is this? This is a 10 by 10. I got like a bunch of them. I think they come 10 in a pack at Michael's, and they had it. You're so funny, Miss Elaine. Y'all are so funny. You're welcome. But they come 10 in a pack, and they were like $10. So they're just about $1 a piece. And then the shells, you can get some at Dollar Tree or Michael's or Hobby Lobby. But you can also do some extra. And I did on the other one, I forgot to do this, but I took the little bitty Sharpie. I forgot to show y'all that. And I put some little antennas on here. You don't have to do it for the whole thing, but here's the antennas. If you want to do those with your thin marker. Oh darn, I'll watch the replay. Thank you, Jason. It was simple. And you can use, if you don't want to write your lettering on there, you can always use a stencil if you want to. It's fine. And thank you for watching the replay, anybody that does. So I'm just glad y'all are here. Thank you so much. But y'all have a good night. I will be on Friday. And I will show you how to make that cute little bunny behind. Thank you. I appreciate everybody for being here. And y'all have a good night. And I'll see y'all on Friday at 6 p.m. Central. I have to work late, but hopefully I'll be home in time. If I run late, I will definitely let y'all know, okay? And y'all have a good evening. I appreciate everybody for being here and for the hearts and the stars. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you so much. Bye, ladies and gentlemen.